If someone had told me 2 years ago that the people I trusted most would gut my life open like a butcher carving meat, I would have laughed. I believed in stability. I believed in loyalty. I believed that if you gave your heart and your time and your work to your family and your partner, you earned a place of safety. But life doesn't operate on fairness, and betrayal rarely announces itself before it strikes. My name is Daniel Reeves, and this story begins in a quiet neighborhood on the west side of Chicago where I lived what I thought was a predictable life with my wife Harper. We had been together for 12 years, married for 8, and for most of that time I believed we were solid. We weren't rich, but we were comfortable, or at least I thought we were. I worked as a senior systems technician at a logistics company. Not a glamorous job, but one that paid steadily and came with benefits, overtime, and a sense of routine I had grown to appreciate. Harper worked part-time at a fitness studio and claimed she was trying to build a brand, though the brand always seemed more theoretical than functional. Still, I supported her. I always supported her. Maybe that was my downfall. Maybe I supported her so blindly that I didn't see what was happening right in front of me. It all started unraveling one bitterly cold Thursday in February. I was halfway through a maintenance briefing when my phone buzzed 3 times. Fraud alerts. At first I ignored them. My bank had a habit of flagging innocent purchases as suspicious, but the buzzing didn't stop. When I finally checked my notifications, I felt my blood chill. 10 withdrawals, all within an hour, all from different ATMs, each one draining hundreds, then thousands, then the entire joint account. I opened the banking app. 0 savings, 0 emergency fund, 0 even the small account I use for groceries wiped clean. At first I thought I was being hacked, then I thought Harper's card was stolen, then I called her straight to voicemail. I called again, voicemail, a third time, voicemail. Something inside me cracked. I rushed home faster than I ever had in my life. The moment I stepped inside, the silence hit me. Not normal silence, heavy, suffocating, deliberate silence. Half the drawers were open. The laundry room door was ajar, a suitcase was missing. Then I walked into our bedroom, her entire side of the closet empty, every hanger gone, jewelry boxes open, makeup bag gone, her favorite coat missing. And on the bed, a single white envelope with my name on it. I stared at it for a long time before picking it up because some part of me already knew what it contained. My hands shook as I opened it. 4 sentences. Daniel, I'm leaving. I've met someone else. He makes me feel alive in ways you never could. I've taken my share from the accounts. Don't contact me. My share. Harper's handwriting was so neat, so calm, so emotionless, like she was leaving a grocery list instead of shattering a marriage. I stood there for minutes, maybe hours, I'm not sure. Something in my chest folded in on itself. My throat tightened so hard I couldn't breathe. My vision blurred. I sat down on the edge of the bed and felt the world tilt sideways. That night I didn't sleep. I barely blinked. I just stared at the note until the ink distorted. The next morning I drove to her sister's home. Her sister opened the door like she was expecting me, like she already knew. Her face was pale, sympathetic, tense. Daniel, don't be mad, she left this morning. With who? I asked. My voice didn't even sound like my own. She hesitated. Her eyes darted toward the floor, but she couldn't lie. With Tyler. The name hit me like a sledgehammer. Tyler, her gym friend. The one she claimed was just helpful. The one she swore she barely talked to. The one who always smirked at me when I picked her up. I had always sensed something wrong about him, but Harper made me feel insane for mentioning it. Now the truth stood in front of me, undeniable and cruel. Harper had taken all our money, even the fund I'd saved quietly for years, cutting corners, skipping lunches, avoiding vacations, and ran off with a guy who didn't know how to button his shirt properly. The betrayal was deep enough to drown in. But then something shifted inside me, something quiet, something cold, something controlled. The heartbreak didn't instantly disappear, but it hardened, turned sharp, turned into fuel. I wasn't going to scream. I wasn't going to chase her. I wasn't going to beg. I was going to think, because while Harper had taken our money, she had also made a mistake. A big one. See, Harper never liked dealing with paperwork. She hated reading contracts, hated dealing with taxes, hated anything that required more than 10 minutes of concentration. So when she started a side fitness consulting business, which I didn't even know existed until years later, she filed it under my name, my social security number, my credentials. My tax ID. She thought it was easier. She also thought I'd never find out, but I did. And when I logged into the old business portal, something else shocked me. She had updated the account recently, very recently, and with the update she accidentally left her new address on the file. I felt something icy settle into place. For a full week I collected everything, every financial record, every withdrawal, every signed document, every email, the business filings, her note. Screenshots of every account she drained. Then I filed a police report for identity misuse and financial theft, not revenge, accountability. After that I froze the entire business. Legally, completely, she no longer had access to anything. 48 hours later she tried logging in, failed, tried again, failed, then she called me. Her voice was wild, frantic, hysterical. You can't just take my money, Daniel. I let her scream, I let her lose control. Then calmly I spoke the same 4 words she wrote on her note. Don't contact me. And I hung up. 2 days later police knocked on her door. Tyler panicked and said she convinced him to help. She panicked and said he planned everything. Their perfect bubble popped instantly. The bank flagged their withdrawals. Investigators tracked every dollar. Tyler bilated on her within a week. He left her the same way she left me, suddenly, coldly, without remorse. The irony wasn't lost on me. Meanwhile I rebuilt my life. Quietly, patiently, I moved into a better apartment. I started cooking again. I got promoted at work. I even joined a weekend hiking group. I slept through the night for the first time in months. Then 9 months later, she emailed me one line: "I made a mistake." I stared at the message for a long time, then I deleted it, no reply, because here's the truth I learned: revenge doesn't always require destruction. Sometimes revenge is simply letting someone sit in the emptiness they created while you rebuild everything they tried to break. Harper lost everything because of her own choices. I didn't ruin her, she ruined herself. I just stopped protecting her from the consequences, and that quiet, unshakable justice was enough for me.